Hello and welcome to the OSNAP podcast, hosted by us, the duo. For anyone new here, my name is Vincent.
And I'm Reese. And today we are going to talk about the do's and don'ts for your wedding.
Yes, sir. Just a disclaimer, these are our opinions. At the end of the day, if you are getting married, it is your wedding. This is just a photographer and videographer's point of view.
Yeah, so this is what we like at weddings, or we've seen it all, obviously. Also, like what we would want to do for our wedding, too, like just our personal opinions. So if these differ from yours, we love that for you. Love that for you.
Yes.
Would you like to begin?
Number 1.
And Vincent wrote this week's podcast. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, and by the way, if we say we don't like something or we disagree about something, you know, this is as if we're planning our own wedding, like what we would do at our wedding.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
We support you in any decision.
Yeah, it's your wedding.
Your wedding.
All right.
It's just our point of view.
Number 1, to do or not do a first look.
Okay, so from a photographer, videographer standpoint, I love them. I think they look great on camera.
Yeah.
Do I want one?
I'd personally like one.
No, I'm not doing that.
I personally like one because I think it's nice to have the bride and the groom get to have that moment before the ceremony to see each other for the first time before the ceremony in private. I think I like that.
No. See, we're already disagreeing. I do like, have you ever seen, like the letters, but they'll do them to where like your back's against this wall and you're holding my hand and my back's against another one and you can't see each other.
I personally would not do that. If one of our bride and grooms or whoever wanted to do that, I'd love to do that for them.
It looks so good
because
on
it looks
video.
great on video and it looks great in photos. But I personally wouldn't want to do it because I'm like, you're right there. We're talking to each other. Let's see each other. Let me see.
I just have this dream of my wedding day and having you standing at the altar. No. My dream. It's my dream. You standing at the end of the altar and then doors open or whatever it may be. And we just see each other for the first time. I just feel like it would be so magical. You know? Not our song. But yeah. So, from a photographer and videographer standpoint, we love it.
10 out of 10.
Will we do it to be continued?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Hopefully.
Probably not. Okay, number 2, private letter reading to each other, either before or after ceremony. We've done this multiple times, and we love to do this. You're missing a couple on here.
I know. That's why I put etc.
Oh.
Will we be doing that? No. If we're not doing a first look, then we're not doing a private letter reading.
Why? Bailey and Alex did a private letter reading.
Yeah.
But they didn't do a first look. And it's like one of my favorite
parts.
Oh,
you're talking about it in private like that. Oh. I guess so, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like
I don't know if we would do that. I don't know.
I like it. I like it for video purposes. For photo purposes,
fantastic. For video purposes, it's so great.
It's okay.
And a lot of times they get emotional while they read it, and it just makes for an amazing wedding film.
There's also 2 ways to do it. You could do it where you guys don't see each other, like you don't read it to each other. You just write each other letters, and then you read it like out loud in your bridal suite, and then we take video of it, and it ends up in your video. Or you could do it in the fact of you doing a first look or after your ceremony, and you read it to each other. We've done both. I like them for a photographer and videographer standpoint.
I do too. I think they turn out great.
Same.
I
don't know if I would want to. Sorry, I don't know if I would want to do it though, because I kind of want to do vows at the altar. So like it would kind of defeat the purpose of doing it twice.
I don't think it would it wouldn't defeat the purpose. I think that they're 2 different things.
I'm not saying like, do you take this woman to be your lawful? I'm not talking about those kind of vows. I'm talking like we write our own and we say it to each other at the altar. That's what I like. Okay, sorry.
Number 3, to do or not to do a wedding email. 100% without a doubt, do a wedding email.
Yeah.
You don't want all of the junk stuff coming in through your normal email.
Especially if you go to things like bridal shows or if you're inquiring a lot from different vendors, a wedding email, it will have all of your wedding stuff in one place. So you don't have to go on your personal email and like scroll forever trying to find a certain email. You know that they're all in that one area, and they're easily accessible.
Yeah.
Also junk. But I think that no matter what kind of bride this is, it's a must.
100%.
And groom, sorry. But I do think that this is something.
Get the wedding email. It
Yeah.
takes 5 minutes to set up, if not less.
Yeah, I think this is 100%. We highly recommend it.
Number 4.
To do or not to do a wedding hashtag.
Waste of time. People spend way too much time trying to think about a wedding hashtag, and nobody ever uses it.
It's out. It
It's
was
out.
popular for a little bit. It's no one's gonna use it.
Not a thing.
You're gonna end up having your guests take photos of themselves at your wedding and then posting them, and then you're like, oh, one, I'm not in these, and two, they didn't use my hashtag. So it's gonna tick you off more after your wedding when you see how many people are posting things about your wedding and not using
but
it.
didn't tag it.
But didn't tag it, and you're like, why did I spend all that time for nothing?
Don't waste your time. Don't do it.
Mm,
Just don't.
no.
Focus your time on more important things. Like to do or not to do a getaway. For some reason, getaways are like
Dying.
non-existent anymore. What
Dying.
happened to that? I love the getaways.
I like sparkler getaways, and I want one.
The
so
sparkler
bad.
getaways are cool, but what I really like is I like the card that say just married and the cans in the back or whatever.
No, but that's after. I'm talking about everyone like cheering you off with the sparklers, and
Off
then
to
you
the car.
get into the car.
Yeah. No, I love
No,
that.
those two together. And side note, where we want to get married, think about how cool it would be to have a sparkler exit with a vintage car driveway.
That would be really cool.
Right?
Yeah. We'll be allowed to have sparklers there.
There is no fires going on there.
There's nothing for fires to happen to.
Right. So, getaways are
Bring
so
back
important.
getaways.
It's so good for photo and video.
Bring back getaways.
So fun, even if half your guests have already left. Or do a mock getaway too
Yeah.
for photo and video purposes.
Just do it. They are so amazing and so much fun. Just do it. Nobody wants to do them anymore. So bring them back. Hashtag bring back getaways.
We once had a client who they picked one of our smaller packages, so they had us for a certain amount of hours, and we were getting ready to leave, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sad you guys are leaving because we're doing a sparkler exit," and we were like,
It's pretty cool.
but it was like 2 hours after our services were already done, so we were like, okay.
By the way, I'm
Sad,
wearing
but-
blue. Look at how wide this looks. All right, look, I don't want people to be deceived on here. This looks so... I wore blue. I don't normally wear blue. Normally I wear all black. Last week I wore like a white, and I thought it looked really good.
You did look good.
This is blue, but oh my god, I look like a blue whale.
So what Vincent doesn't understand is that when you wear clothes that are bigger than you, it actually makes you look thinner. So like obviously the thing is bigger than him. You know that he's not that wide. It's just like the baggy look, you know, like the lounge. I think you look great,
Oh,
honey.
you know why? I think it's because my arm's up
Yeah, probably.
compared to it. I don't think this was a good option, if I'm being honest.
It's
So,
okay. People are gonna judge me. You see how I'm holding the mic right now?
Are you holding it like that?
Because I'm trying to hide something. What am I trying to hide?
I have no idea. Your broken nail? Whatever, you're real. You break a nail.
I have it on this side too. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, guys.
All right, back to the program.
To hire a wedding planner or not?
Well,
Hire the planner. It depends on
hire
how
the planner.
it-
If you're gonna do something in your backyard and it's just gonna be your family of, say, 5 to 10 people, there's no need for a planner. Anything over that, I would say, yeah, a wedding planner is going to help you through the most difficult parts of planning the wedding and on your wedding day, will make your wedding day go so much smoother and be able to coordinate the entire event.
Celestial Weddings and Events.
Celestial
Go hire
Weddings
her.
and Events.
Bianca's amazing.
She is absolutely fantastic. We've worked with her many of times, and we're
She
gonna
goes
be
above and beyond for
we're
every
gonna be
single one of our
working
clients.
with her in November for a wedding.
We also see her in like 2 months.
We see her in 2 months too, so she's fantastic. And go hire
She makes
her.
everyone's lives easier. She makes your life easier as a bride and groom. She also makes your vendors' lives easier as well.
So without a doubt, yes, hire
Yeah.
the wedding planner.
We will have probably Bianca as our wedding planner.
Yes, sir.
Next one.
To hire or not to hire a second shooter?
Good question.
If you can afford to hire a second shooter, hire a second shooter.
Yeah, that's what I would say. That being said, as professionals in the business, can we get it done without a second shooter? Yeah, absolutely. But for example, our second shooter, April, she's incredible. She's a big help to us. She makes our lives easier. And we've also realized throughout the times that we've used her, she's also kind of like a little mini assistant to the bride. If the bride forgets something and she needs it, April will run and go and get it. The veil throws for photos, April's the girl to do it. So we really like having her because she is a really big help for us. You get, different variety of photos too. But it's all about if you can afford it.
Yeah.
We can do it without it if you can't afford it. But it's always nice. We recommend it.
Do it if you can.
Facts.
All right, I'll read the next one.
Sorry.
To do or not to do an engagement session.
Absolutely, 100%.
That is going to be your last photo shoot before you are married for the rest of your life. That is the last single photo shoot. You're not single, but I mean unmarried. That a photo shoot that you guys are going to have.
Oh, I have something to say.
With different last names and everything. It's 100% important to get that done. Do it.
I was just telling Vincent how it's crazy after you get married. I mean, unless you have children beforehand, but if you have children after you get married, photo shoots change. So whereas before you have kids, you do a lot of husband and wife or couple sessions. Once you have kids, those photo shoots are centered around those kids. Yeah, you'll get some couple photos in that photo session. But you, as parents, want all the photos of your children. And you'll be surprised that 1, 5, 10 years go by and you're like, wow, we haven't had like just a photo session of us as we're aging through marriage. So this is my PSA to one, get your engagement photos done majorly, because that is a chapter that's closing. Boyfriend and girlfriend is closing. You're going to be
Bye.
one tax return. And then you'll have kids. And so I would say do the engagement shoot. And also, after you are married and you have children, don't forget to take some time for just the two of you.
Right.
Hire a babysitter.
Yeah.
And go take photos that make you realize why you fell in love in the first place.
With our packages or wedding packages, package 2 and 3 of photo and video come with a complimentary engagement session. So if you book with us, get either 2 or 3 and you'll get the complimentary engagement session.
Yeah. Some of our couples get their engagement session done prior to booking us for their wedding. So they don't really need it, which is fine.
It's up to you.
Or they do, like, when they get engaged, they'll do photos, like, at the proposal.
Yeah, I want that.
And then, well, yeah. But then they make that day, like the proposal day, their engagement session too.
No.
Which I don't like because I want certain outfits.
Yes.
But everyone's their own, and a lot of people don't like taking that many photos. So take the engagement photos.
Do it.
Do it. The next one. To do or not to do a live band or DJ. Okay, so for me personally,
we're gonna hire a DJ. His name is Eric. No?
Yeah.
All right. Tough crowd.
I forgot about that one. I personally want both. But this would be like family members doing some live music in certain spots. And then the rest be a DJ. Because I feel like some songs and some moments are just better with a live band rather than just a song playing.
I like both.
But like the party section, the announcing and everything, I want that to be a DJ. So I like both.
I feel like a live band is like a very elegant and a very. I feel like it's just like a very elegant thing to have at a wedding.
It doesn't have to be a band either. It could just be like a singer with like
Right.
a guitar.
But I feel like I want both. Yeah, I want both. I want like the live band in the very beginning when people are eating dinner and stuff, and then we could say, "All right, thank you, bye bye." They go. The DJ comes in, and then they bump the jams.
Yeah. I think I want both. Yeah, I think I want both. Ours would be a little cheaper because I want two family members of ours to do the live music. So I know that having a band and a DJ could be a little pricey.
We'll have to conduct our interviews with the family first
We've already heard them sing.
to make sure that they reach the qualifications.
We've already heard them sing. Come on now. But yeah.
I'm
If
for
you have
both.
If you have a family member who's good at what they do and you have it's sentimental value for you, do both if they're willing to do it.
Do it.
Amen.
Number 10, having dad, mom, brother, or anybody else walking bride down the aisle. Now, Reese was telling me earlier that apparently it's a thing where the bride walks down the aisle alone.
We've had a bride do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent a lot of time on TikTok and Reels and things doing wedding research.
I don't know about that part.
Come on now. And it's a mixture. There's some people who just don't have the ability to have someone walk them down the aisle, and then there's other women that are like, I don't need a man giving me away. I'm an independent woman. To each their own.
I don't view it like that though. I don't view
I
it like
don't either.
Because like it doesn't have to be like a dad or a brother. It could be like your
Your
mom
mom.
or your grandma, something like that. You know. I
Um,
feel like it's just like an honorary thing to do.
the number one thing I'm most excited for at our wedding, other than getting married to Vincent, obviously, but like one of the moments I'm most excited for is having my dad walk me down the aisle.
Yes.
It like the thought of it not happening, like could make me cry. Just not thinking about not having that opportunity.
If he had it his way, he would be walking down the aisle with Reese to the Halloween theme song. Over my dead body will that happen?
No.
That will not happen. That is a Vincent guaranteed. That will not happen.
I just, as a girl, like a little girl even, like I've always just thought about that, and I'm lucky I have two dads, so like I get to have that experience with two of my favorite men on the planet. But like me and my dad are just best friends. Like I can't imagine taking that away from him
Right.
to try to prove some like point. I don't know.
And it
It's
is
to
based off of your relationship that you have with your mom or your dad or your family whatsoever, because not everybody has the best relationship. But if you do have a good relationship, I would say, yeah, take 100%
Don't take it from
advantage.
him.
Yeah.
I would never take it away from my dad.
No, never.
Because he's my best friend.
Number 11. To do or not. To do nor not. What the? To do or not to have, whatever, a private first dance. So we did a private dance in the beginning of January, was it?
Yeah.
In the beginning of January. I liked it.
I loved it.
I thought it was a great moment for the bride and the groom to be able to have that special time to themselves, be able to dance with not all the eyes on them, because maybe sometimes they feel like a lot of pressure, like they can't cry, they can't show certain emotions because there are 100 to 200 eyes watching them.
Yeah.
You know?
I loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I think that as a bride and groom, you don't get that many times or like segments of your wedding, just the two of you.
Just
It is a day.
Breathe.
It is a day of just about the two of you. Don't forget that. And so I feel like this gives a perfect opportunity. I mean, obviously the photographer and videographer are going to be in there too to capture it for you, but
We're stealth.
we're so far away, you won't even notice, and you're so in love that it doesn't matter. I personally love it. because I feel like a lot of brides and grooms forget, basically pretty much because of their family and their complaints and their questions, that this day is about the two of you.
Yeah, you're celebrating your guys' love.
If your family's not happy with it
And are
being private,
becoming
too
one.
bad. Too
Yeah.
bad. You do another one. So what happened at the one that we captured? They did a private one in the venue before cocktail hour ended, and then they did another one when they did like the father-daughter dance, the mother-son dance. They did another one then for everybody to see.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
I just saw this TikTok actually this morning, and it was a lady saying like, "Oh, have you seen the bride and the groom?" And it was the worker at the wedding going, "Oh, yeah, they're doing their private first dance. I'm here to like make sure nobody gets in." And she was like, "Oh, well, I'm her great aunt. I need to be in there." And she was like, "No, it's a private first dance." "Yeah, but they're gonna want this captured." She's like, "Don't worry, rest assured, the professionals are in there getting it." "But no, I need to get it on my phone."
Nobody. We cannot say it enough. Nobody cares about the phone footage. I'm sorry. That's
Mhm.
what they spent all this money on professionals to come in and document their
Yep.
day. When you sitting there with your phone, first of all, a lot of times what we see is people will literally be like this. They're not even recording. It's just on the thing, or they're on camera mode and it's not even recording or anything like that. Happens all the time. And then they go at the very end of it to stop it and it starts recording. Happens all the time. Don't do it. We promise you we're going to get the best shots and it's going to come out great.
But the lady was like, I can't believe, as her great aunt, I can't see her first dance with her new husband. And the lady was like, "Don't worry, they're gonna do another one for all of you, but that's gonna be fake. That's gonna be their second dance. I need to get in there right now. I'll just hide in the back. She won't even notice I'm in there." And the lady was like, "No."
It's not about you.
And she goes, "Okay, well, I'm gonna complain to my niece and her new husband later on." And the lady that was working, she goes, "You do that.
I'd say you do that.
Go
that's crazy.
ahead."
That's crazy.
Insanity. Yeah, do a private first dance. Oh, this is a good one. Number 12. A videographer or a social media content creator?
You hire us. We do a pretty good job at actually doing both.
Yeah, we do both. So,
no, we
Vincent
don't. No,
has-
that is not included or anything. We do not include that in our packages right now. Like if you, we have 3 different packages. Either one of them, they don't include like social media content creator or whatever. But what we do is to get behind the scenes for us and to be able to share it on our social media that night.
so
and
that
then
you
that
get
way,
like a first look of what your wedding looks
that
like.
way the bride and the groom, they'll be able to repost it on their stories because a lot of times we're able to get angles that a lot of the other people there are not able to get. And so we just connect the phone to the side of the stabilizer, and as we're about to do a really beautiful shot, you just press record really fast, and we capture it on our professional camera as well as our phone. And we're able to get some really good shots. There's no need to hire a content creator if you book us.
Okay. I would like to touch on that. I personally would never want somebody to tell our brides and grooms that there's no reason that they need to book us. So I'm not going to say that there's no reason for them to book a content creator if that's what they want. However, only book a content creator, in my opinion, if you are also having a videographer shoot your wedding. Because I can guarantee you that once it's all said and done, you're going to say, "Wow, this is nice footage that they did for me. But I don't have a wedding video." And it's not the same. So I would say go ahead and hire them if you want to, but also hire a videographer.
What we've seen, though, a lot of times is that people will hire a content creator and never use the footage.
Yeah.
They won't use the footage because they're not video editors.
Yeah, it's like having reels of your wedding, which not everything, personally to me, I don't think that when it comes to weddings, not everything's for social media.
Let me fix my answer that I gave.
Yes, please.
If you feel that you personally want a content creator, go ahead and hire that person. But do I think that a content creator can replace a videographer?
No.
Hell to the no. I'm sorry. It can't.
Cinematically, no. Another thing that just to keep in mind for all you brides out there, if you are thinking about hiring both a photographer and videographer as well as a content creator, 90% of photographers and videographers will have in their contract that you are signing that they come first. So if they need to get a shot, photo or video wise, if they need space for something, we come before any other phone camera, family member who decides to bring their camera, content creator, anybody. We're going to come first because you're paying us a lot of money to capture your wedding day the way that you deserve it for it to be captured. So if you're thinking about hiring both a photo and video as well as a content creator, make sure you read your contract with your photo and video, so that there's no issues day of between photo and video and content creator, and that you can give a fair warning to your content creator that, hey, we're going to hire you, we're going to pay you this money, but pretty much you need to work alongside photo and video to make sure that you're not in their way.
But just to remind everybody, if you do hire us, we do that
for free.
For free.
Just saying.
FREE.
You'll get both.
This next one
we've got a lot to say about it.
Controversial. At least my opinion is controversial.
Yeah, it is. It's very controversial. Okay, but I have so much to say about it, so go ahead and read it out loud.
But I'm hard set on my answer. Kids or no kids at weddings. Also, +1s.
Can I begin?
You go ahead. See, I'm putting this away.
Okay, so I feel like the kids or no kids situation.
You want me to start?
No. I feel like for certain generations, it's more of an issue than it actually is. So, just to let you guys all know, at our wedding, there will be no children other than our nieces and nephews.
0 children.
0 children.
There will be no babies at our wedding. No babies. We will have if you're not this tall, you may not enter the event. Because
Ryder, Leo, Phoenix, Sebastian.
Right.
That's it.
But they will be even
a little bigger.
Yeah, even right now. I think they're
fine right now.
They're fine right now.
Even
And
Sebastian,
by the time
he's the smallest one,
and by the time we get married, they will be, a little bit older and stuff, and so they will be fine. Other than that, no
kids.
No babies whatsoever, because we don't want to hear your baby cry while we're trying to do our vows or something like that.
We also know that Vincent's sisters and Kayla will make sure that their kids are not, like, for our first dance, for example. I've seen so many wedding videos where it's the first dance between the bride and the groom, and random kids that were guests at the thing just start walking on the thing, start playing, start dancing, and I'm sorry, I might be rude. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. There'll be a time and a place for the kids to dance and have as much fun as they want.
No babies. So hire a nanny.
But not for that. And this isn't like you guys don't have kids so you don't understand situation. No. We love our nieces and nephews.
We do, first of all, we do weddings, and so we see weddings a lot firsthand. We've seen the babies fall. We've seen them cry. We've seen them run. We've seen them play during inappropriate times.
It's just not happening.
It's not happening.
I mean, if we have a baby before we get married, they'll obviously be there. So that'll be an exception. But
nobody else is,
no.
And we're firm on that. Nobody else is.
No babies. Take the time, if you're a guest at someone's wedding and you have a child. I know it's difficult. You might also be exclusively like feeding the baby. So I understand that's a very difficult thing, but take the time to get a babysitter and go and have fun. Take the night off, you and your husband, or just you, just go and have fun, or,
Yeah.
It's just a hard thing for me. And I feel like it's the older generation is a little bit more of like well, your Aunt Susie's daughter has a baby and that baby needs to be in the family photo. No, it's just not happening.
I don't care.
Our nieces and nephews and
everybody, they will be there because they will be old enough. What we're talking about is babies who...
It's not... Okay, but I don't like when you say that either, though. It's not even about them being old enough. They're our immediate family, so they need to be there. I want them to be there.
No, but what I'm trying to hone down on is that they're gonna be older at that point. Like they're going to be at the age where if you tell them, we'll do that in a minute, they know, okay, we're gonna go and do that in a minute.
Like
you know what I'm
Ryder
saying?
right now.
You know, like Ryder right now, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they have to be 1 year or older or something like that.
And
or anything like
regardless,
that.
I mean, if you're
No, but they are our immediate family. They will be. There's no doubt. There's no doubt whatsoever.
No.
Obviously, but you know that.
no,
but-
but they don't. That's why I know what you
Yeah.
mean, but they don't. So
But,
I want to.
Yeah. So of course, what we're talking about is
A 4-week-old.
a 4-week-old
That's not immediate
that
family.
we don't even know about or something. They will not be there. They're not invited. The baby. Sorry.
That sounds so rude. We are gonna get in so much trouble for this podcast.
Oh, we're not.
Next is plus ones.
0. No plus ones ever, ever, ever.
Whoever is on the invitation is who is invited to the wedding.
This might be very tough, but like we said in the very beginning with our disclaimer,
Not my problem. Sorry.
what you do with your wedding is your wedding, and what we do with our wedding is our wedding.
So, for example, if we're getting married next week, my brother does not have a girlfriend. Sorry, Anthony. You don't get a plus one. You don't get to bring your random friend or someone that you can hang out with at the wedding. So sorry, but if we don't know them personally, they're not coming to the wedding. We're lucky though with everyone who we would want at our wedding. They pretty much know each other, so there wouldn't be any like, well, I don't want to go to this wedding by myself because I won't know anybody. Because pretty much everyone we know, like our families and everything, they mix very well. What we don't want is to pay for somebody to come to our wedding and go, oh, you're the bride, nice to meet. Like that's not happening.
I can't stand when that happens.
That is so not happening.
No.
For advice wise for brides and grooms, just make it very clear on your invitations.
Yeah, no plus ones.
No plus ones. Anybody who is on the invitations who invited. That also means though, because this is a big one that people get confused by. Say you're inviting your mom's childhood best friend, okay, and her husband. Okay, so the mother of the bride or the mother of groom's best friend. So you want her there because she was around when you were little. You invite her and her husband, but she has 3 kids. Okay, and they have significant others. They have kids. Make sure on the invitation you write Mr. and Mrs. Susan Smith. And then on the RSVP card, have like for 2 people. You know, like how many out of the 2 people.
Yeah.
Make it very clear who you were invited.
Yeah.
Don't put the Smith family on there.
No,
Because she's
that,
going to think that
that
you're
could
inviting
be
them all of
18
them.
different people.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then on the RSVP card have like a dash, like a 2, and then they fill in if 2 out of the 2 are coming, 0 out of the 2. We saw one, or I don't know if you saw it, and somebody got their RSVP card back, and it was addressed to a husband and wife, and they said RSVPing, it had 2 out of 2, right? They put 2 plus 17.
Shut up.
They RSVP'd for themselves and then their children, their children's spouses,
Oh,
their children.
that's why it's
2
not
plus
going to happen. That's why it's not
17.
going to happen. I don't care who you are in the family.
No.
If I've never met or I barely know the person that you just started to date,
Not happening.
you're not coming. I don't care who the hell you are. You're not coming.
I don't care either.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
no, I just don't care.
17
2
people.
plus 17.
That's
So she said
bonkers.
it was her and her husband, and then she RSVP'd for all of their kids,
That's rude.
their adult kids, and their adult kids significant others, and then their kids. So like the grandkids were all invited too. So she put, even though it said 2, like it had like the dash and the 2, like I just explained, she did 2 plus 17 over 2.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, I just can't, like, it doesn't make any sense to me, like why you would think that's okay. Just be very stern about it. Also, this is a good time to add it, a lot of our couples recently have been doing like the Knot websites.
Yeah.
The websites are good because you can have a Q&A on there and ask things like dress code, plus ones,
Yeah.
things of that nature. So you kind of get the questions out of the way without having to like
Having
talk
that
to them,
awkward
like that
interaction.
uncomfortable, like, I'm sorry that your son's home from college, but like he's not invited to the wedding.
Sorry.
I saw another video today, and it was a mom, like a mother of the bride and the daughter, and she was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I ran into blah 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 at the grocery store."
God.
And she wanted to let me know that her 2 sons are home from college and they have girlfriends. And so she's assuming you didn't invite them to the wedding because you knew they'd be in college. But since they're home, she's RSVPing for not just her and her husband anymore, but the 2 sons from college and their significant others. They mentioned the wedding to their sons and they thought it would be fun. So they're going to come. And so the mom was letting the daughter know, and the daughter was like, no, they weren't invited in the first place. And she was like, well, honey, that's really hurtful because you used to babysit those boys when they were little. So I went ahead and told her that she is more than welcome to bring her sons and their girlfriends. Like, you need to be like, these are really great friends of ours. Like, you can't say no to her. And the daughter was like, do you want to pay for it? I haven't seen these boys since I babysat them when they were 3 and 4 years old. So unless you want to pay for their seat at the wedding, they're not invited. Like, you're going to have to call her and tell her no. And she was like, well, that's embarrassing. Okay, that's too bad.
I don't think that's going to happen at our wedding.
That's going to happen at our wedding?
I don't think that's going
Well,
to
we're
happen.
not going to have a big wedding. Everybody's going to know each other, and it's
right,
going to be really
but
simple.
I don't think that that's going to happen at our wedding where people are going to say, oh, well, so-and-so's home from this, and their girlfriend is here too, or boyfriend is here too. And so I was thinking that they can come along because it'd be fun, and they've never been to a wedding and things like that. I don't think that's going to happen with us.
I feel like there's like a couple of instances, which we will talk about off camera, of certain family members being like, well, don't you think you need to invite this person or that person?
Say it on camera. Just kidding.
No, I'm not going to do that. To where we don't have a problem with just saying no.
No, I don't have a problem saying
I don't
no.
have a
really
problem with saying
care.
no.
It's our wedding. It's not their wedding.
Remind me to tell you who I'm thinking of, though.
Let them do what they want to do at their own wedding that they're paying for. We'll do what we want at our wedding that we're paying for.
It bugs me, though. Like,
it doesn't bug me, honestly.
No, it bugs me the fact that I feel like a lot of the time families forget about the fact of what a wedding is. It's not to show off your kid that it's getting married. It's not to show off this or that. It's not about you just because you're a family member of the bride and groom. It's not about you. It's about the bride and groom, and that's it. A wedding day is between 2 people. If you're invited, you're invited.
And if you're not, you're not. Oh, well.
And if you're not, you're not. And I think a lot of family members forget about the fact, and this is for photo and video too. I want to just add that in. This is from personal experience.
Yeah.
I guess I should have added that we deal with a lot of family members where I truly think in their head they forget why they're there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you need to get a photo of this and
what
this
I noticed
and
is
this.
like
And
a lot of people
sorry,
show up to a wedding and they start drinking like right away. I noticed that. Like it's like it's like a huge party. Like they just start drinking.
Well, and that's why they come.
From the second that they're there, they just start drinking.
I think that was another issue I had is that one wedding we were behind on schedule.
Yeah.
For family photos. And guys, family photos, there's a lot of variations to get through.
A lot of variations, and the better that our clients will listen, or that they are listening, or that they're paying attention.
And 95% of time, our brides and grooms are on point.
They're perfect. They stand
in place
perfect.
And they're like, who's next?
They keep an eye on us, and whatever we say, they do just like that. And we have always gone through family photos so fast because we just have the best clients in the world.
However, there's always that straggler family member who has something to say about the variations or how we forgot somebody, even though they're next on the list. Like they don't realize that in our head we have a mental list of what we're going down for each thing. So they're just like, why haven't you done her cousins yet? And it's like, well, because that's two things away. Like we're just not there yet. It takes up more time asking why we haven't done things yet than to just wait and see how it pans out. If we say, hey, we're done, and like, hey, we're done, and they're like, oh, well, they didn't get this or this. Okay, then tell us, but don't stop us in the middle of family photos to be like, you haven't done this yet, or you haven't done this yet. Unless you're the bride and the groom, you can do that, whatever you want, you're paying us. But it takes more time to stop us while we're doing our job to ask us why we haven't captured certain things yet than to just wait until we're completely finished. And then if there's a couple variations we didn't do, then come up and be like, hey, can you get this really quick? And if we have time, we'll say yes. And if we don't, then we'll tell the bride and groom, we got to move on.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to that, but
Good Lord, you got anything else to say about that topic? She's very passionate about this. We both are. We're both very passionate about this because we want to make sure, like, we've gone through so many weddings and we've been able to firsthand experience to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of weddings. So we're both very passionate because we want the day that we are choosing to be, about us.
Mm-hmm.
We want it to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you have anything else?
No, I think I made my point pretty clear. No plus ones and no kids.
No, I mean, like, other than that. Like, any other...
Bullet points in there?
Yeah. Like, do you have anything else, like, off the top of your head you've thought of?
I'm not really that big on the alcohol thing.
Open bar?
We're going to... I don't know about open bar. I don't know. I've just seen too many, people drink a little too much. Yeah, I think I've seen people drink a little bit too much at weddings, and
I like the signature cocktail idea.
The signature cocktail idea we already have planned, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like that idea, just having it like 2 cocktails or 3 cocktails. That maybe those can be, up until a certain time of the night, those can be complimentary. But if you want like a beer, or you want anything else, because we don't do beer, then you have to pay for that yourself.
We're not beer drinkers, if anyone's wondering. We do not like beer. One I think it's like one thing of beer, 1 can of beer or bottle of beer is equivalent to like 6 slices of bread.
I just don't like beer.
No.
I would have a Diet Coke station.
Diet Coke station, yeah. But I don't know. I think we're just gonna have like the signature cocktails. I don't know. We're not big drinkers. So
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're a sir. No, sir. Yeah, that's one. Another one is a lot of people don't do wedding cakes anymore. They do dessert tables.
I want both. I think both is cool.
I think I want both. I want the photo and video of us cutting the cake.
I've
But
always,
like
I've
want
always
like
grown
macaroons.
up watching people cut the wedding cakes, and I've always wanted that.
Yeah, but I want like macaroons or something fun. I really like the idea of an ice cream bar.
Ice cream bar is cool. From La Michoacana.
Mm-hmm.
La Michoacana.
I would be more excited about an ice cream bar than like an alcohol bar.
Oh, 100%. We've been on this kick lately where we've been going to La Michoacana. We just started a new diet.
Like twice a week.
Yeah, we just started this new diet.
So if you've seen like my face is just expanding every week on the podcast, that's why. I wore 3 different outfits today trying to fit into something to wear on this dang podcast.
I had a different
and I ended
shirt
up in
too.
leggings.
Yeah,
so
I had a different shirt too, and then I ended up in this blue.
It's okay. We're back to gluten-free today, and
we are back to gluten-free, and we're happy to be.
It's been a rough. I mean, it's been very tasty the last couple months.
Oh yeah, no, it's been fantastic, but we got to get in a little bit of better physical health because we have a lot of events coming up, and we need to make sure that we can perform the way that we feel, that we have to, in order to be able to deliver our clients the best work possible.
Thanks. I don't think I have anything else to add on here, but I do have Reese's question of the day.
I don't know this one. Okay.
What, for our personal wedding, is an absolute, no matter what, don't?
Well,
like a not gonna happen. I have mine.
I mean, I have a couple things that I could say, but I don't know.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go
Even though
first.
it's my question of the day.
Yeah.
Those stupid songs at weddings.
What stupid songs?
We'll step back one time. Boom.
That's interactive to the crowd.
Everybody. I would rather die. I'd rather die. We could do the Macarena.
Are you kidding me?
I like the
Macarena.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like those.
Hey, Macarena.
Any of those interactive ones, I just find them so god awful to me.
When I dance, I do the Macarena.
Yeah, I don't mind Macarena, but all the other ones, hip hop.
It's fun to stay at the
No, there will be.
YMCA.
That's on my DJ Do Not playlist. The YMCA.
I could promise you at our wedding, we're going to have the YMCA. We're
No.
going to have the One Jump This Time. Boom. Macarena out.
It's the only one I said I like.
The Macarena one's kind of. Hey,
Okay, so no Macarena and none of those songs either. We'll do a compromise, honey. No, I'm not doing them. I don't care if you love them. I don't care if you think it is a must for weddings. They're not happening at my wedding. I will play jams all night long. I'll dance on the dance floor all night long, but not to those damn stupid songs. It's cheesy.
Reese is going to go off for a Diet Coke break, and I'm going to. That's when the DJ's going to play those songs.
with April.
With.
You and April are gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's just not happening.
It's happening.
It's not. It's my absolute don't. It's my only don't I have. My only don't.
Yeah.
No. I promise we'll play great music, but there's no. Oh, and no garter toss. I don't like it.
I'm like,
I don't
yeah.
like it.
No, I'm not really interested in that either. I think.
We don't mind capturing it for other brides and grooms.
No, but like
it's
for
fun,
us. Yeah.
but for us, I'm not doing that one either.
You know what I was thinking, what we had thought about to invent was for brides and quinceañeras.
Mm-hmm.
The dresses are so big, and normally they're in it for a long period of time, so they get sweaty. Like they really get sweaty. So what we thought of inventing, maybe we shouldn't say it.
You have to say it now because we're talking about their dresses.
I gotta say it. Is a fan that goes inside of their dress.
Like of their like hoop skirt, like the
Yeah.
like the skirt that makes volume.
Yeah.
Having like a battery pack fan that's like
Oh
in the
my
line of it, like
gosh,
super
dude.
lightweight, just to cool them down.
Because it gets
you'd
hot.
be
It's really
surprised
hot.
How hot it actually is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my don't, but I need your don't. Oh, I have one more don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Absolutely no smashing of cake in my face. You can like push it on my mouth and like have fun with it, like, you know, but if I have cake all over my face, I will literally just think about our getaway. There won't be one because there'll be cake smashed in my face. Absolutely no. I love having fun with the cake. I love having fun with it. Feed it to me. I don't care. Don't smash it in my face.
I can 100% guarantee that I will not smash a cake in your face.
Thank you. That's so rude. No, I don't want it. I don't. Mm-mm.
We'll see. To be continued.
If we
The
ever get
thing that
married.
I would say that is an absolute no on our wedding day. Jeez. I'll say no phones. What we're going
Like the whole night?
What we're going to do, for real, what we're going to do,
What we might do, because I don't even know what he's going to say.
what we're going to do is
Maybe.
we're going to hire a third-party company to come out, and to all of our guests who come to our wedding, their phones will go in a bag that they can take with them.
Who do you think we are, the Kardashians?
But this bag will be covering the back camera and the front camera. And the reason being is not for privacy purposes. It's so that we can post our wedding. Because I feel like
Okay, we all know that
I
there's
feel
only
like
one person.
I feel like the bride and the groom are always some of the last people to post about their own wedding because other people take their own photos and then they post it and everyone says congratulations and stuff, but
There's
we're off.
only one person whose phone needs to magically disappear at our wedding.
There's a couple that I can name. There's
One.
a couple I can name. We're not going to name them all.
No, because everybody else will listen to us when we talk. There's a one singular human where his phone just needs to disappear. I love you so much, but my papa's phone needs to be stolen the morning of the wedding.
Sorry, Papa.
Sorry, Papa. Andy, not Mark. Andy,
Sorry, Papa.
someone needs to steal it. I don't care if he's confused all day long about where his phone went. Disable Facebook on his phone. This
Yeah.
man is dangerous when it comes
You know what we'll
To
do? You know what
posting.
we'll do to be so he can. We'll take a personal selfie with him. We'll take a selfie with him.
Just one.
And we'll send that to him, and then he can post that.
Just to make him feel better. But
That way we can also control on how we look, because we don't want us to get like a bad angle or something, you know?
facts.
Like you imagine like we're looking down at like Tyre's shoe, but like we don't
My
look.
double chins are like
Our
all
double
out.
chins are like this, and he goes, they look so perfect and so in love. And freaking our third chin's hanging out.
No, what's funny is that when we get engaged, I always like make this joke. When we do finally get engaged, and my papa posts about it because it's inevitable, I feel like there's so many people on Facebook that are gonna comment and be like, "Weren't they already engaged?"
Yeah,
Because he's been calling Vincent my fiance for years.
pretty much.
I mean, we're practically married, but he's been calling him that for years. So when the time comes that we're actually engaged, people are gonna be like, "Wait a minute, I'm confused."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would just say that that's the only person. Everyone else listens to us pretty well.
But that's what we're going to do.
Your phones are going to be gone, Papa. Sorry.
Sorry about it, but I'm not sorry about it.
I'm not sorry about it.
It's okay. We'll get you taken care of. Anyone who wants a selfie, we'll take a selfie with them.
Yeah. We're just not posting our wedding before we can. I have one more to just close it off for today. To do or not to do.
Oh!
Okay.
I got another thing that I got to say, too.
Never hire a vendor for your wedding who doesn't have a contract.
You need a contractual
100%
agreement.
non-negotiable. No hiring vendors that don't have contracts. That is sketchy and spooky and kind of dumb. So that's my last one for the day. Always hire people with contracts. If they don't have a contract, they can't be that professional.
100%. Always hire somebody with a contract.
What would you like to add, sir?
I would like to add that last week, I think it was maybe Wednesday or Thursday, might have been Thursday, we went to one of our location options to take some beautiful photos of each other. With each other.
We almost died.
And we were sitting down and some sirens go off. And we're going to play the clip right now.
Okay, you ready? You ready? We almost died.
We almost died. We were, as you saw, we were sitting down when the sirens went off, and I heard one coyote in the background. Oh,
Hi.
okay. So we apologize. The camera that we're using just overheated. So that's why it cut out.
Our camera was telling us we talked too long.
We talked too long because this is our longest podcast of this season. But yes, we were almost eaten by coyotes.
I almost died in a really pretty dress.
We hope you enjoyed that clip of us.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram at SNAPPDUO for all the updates, all the big things that we have coming. Lots of weddings, quinces, shoots, seniors, everything.
Follow us to get behind the scenes of it all.
Yes. And make sure you like, subscribe, push that notification bell.
And follow us.
Follow us.
With that, we will see you next week.
Oh my goodness, this is so quick.
I know, huh?
Sorry. Bye.
Bye.